Hi everybody, this is Miss Janice and I'm ready for story time again. I hope you are also. Today we are going to hear a story about shapes. So I'd like to show you the shapes that we are going to be seeing in our story today. The first one is this one. It's nice and round like a ball. So what is the shape? Circle. I hope that's what you said. It was a circle. The next shape we have is this one. It has 1, 2, 3 sides. And this shape is a triangle. I hope that was the answer you said. And the next one is this shape. It has 2 long sides and it has 2 short sides. And this shape is called a rectangle. That one's really hard, but I hope that you can get that one. The next one is this one. This is going to be our main shape in our story today. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and they're all the same length. And this shape is called a square. Very good. I hope you got them all right. Now we'll get ready for our story. Today's story is called My Shape is Sam, and the author is Amanda Jackson. Sam had 4 even sides, 4 pointy corners, and like all other squares, he was a builder. He lived in a place where everyone had a job, depending on their shape. Circles were smooth and round, good at rolling, spinning, and pushing. They all turned together to make things go. Squares were sturdy and even, good at stacking and steadying and measuring. They all fit together to make things stay. Do you see all the circles on this page? And there are a lot of squares here. Sometimes Sam was part of a bridge. There he is. Sometimes he was part of a building. Over here he is. But the best days were when he was part of a train. There he is, rolling over a bridge, or a truck zooming past a building. And there he is. Squares didn't roll or zoom on their own. They thumped from here to there. Most squares didn't mind at all, but Sam did. Look how sad he is. Sam liked to go fast. Fast was fun, but mostly he liked it because that's what circles did. And even though he had 4 pointy corners, Sam didn't really feel like a square. One day he thumped past a park. Circles were playing with hoops, racing and chasing. Sam got an idea. He found a hoop of his own and thumped up the hill. There he goes. He's going up the hill. As his last corner left the ground, he wibbled and wobbled and then tipped and tottered and rolled and rolled. Sam was rolling and yippee! And rolling and crack! His hoop hit a rock. But Sam just kept rolling with no hoop at all. Faster and faster he tumbled. Corner over corner he toppled. Sam was a whirl of a bouncer. And and popping. And he landed with a thud. The other shapes had never seen a rolling square before. "Are you okay?" asked the circle. "That was amazing," cheered a square. "Well, I never," said another square, shaking her head. Sam blushed from corner to corner. He didn't like being watched. He wanted to go home. But when he turned to leave, something inside him nudged. Try again. Rolling had been wonderful. Try again. So he did. There were bumps and bonks and a few more thuds, but it was so much fun. Sam felt light as air. After that day, he rolled wherever he could. He became so good at rolling, he got a new job. He wasn't the smoothest, but the circles welcomed such an enthusiastic new roller. You see him down here with the circles? The more Sam rolled, the happier he grew. Sometimes others joined in. Sometimes they just watched. And now and then someone asked, "Are you a circle or a square?" Sam wondered about that too. He was sturdy like a square, but he rolled like a circle. His edges finally felt like his own, and so he told them, "My shape is Sam. Look at Sam. He no longer has pointy corners. He has them rounded. He's a much happier person." Thank you for joining me for the story. Okay. Hi, I have some activities for you to do about shapes, and here's the first one. I have my shapes that I showed you before our story today, and what I would like you to do is pick a shape. Let's start with our circle, and I would like you to go through your house and look for all the circles that you might find in your house. Maybe it's a window, maybe it's a dish, or maybe it's a clock on the wall. See how many you can find that have that shape. Then you go to the next one, which is this one, the rectangle. And then after that one, you can go to find things in your house that have a triangle. And finally, our special shape, Sam, the square. So go around your house and find things that are the shape of Sam, the square. Another way you can use these shapes are if you would like to play a different game. It's called I Spy with My Little Eyes. And you start off with saying, "I spy with my little eyes a square." And then your family members will have to look around the room and try to guess what you found in that room. I'd say maybe like 10 answers would be the best. And then see if they can find it in those 10 chances. Okay, that's activity number 1. The next activity that I have for you to do is you cut out some shapes, and you can find any kind of paper. Just so happened that I went in my basement a little while ago and I found my wrapping paper, and I cut out a bunch of circles and I made a design. You can use any kind of paper. Here I cut out triangles and made another design, a different design. Now that I used wrapping paper also. But here I just used different colored paper and made some other circles and made a different design. So you see what kind of design you can make. If you want to try something different, here you can cut out some circles and make them into different shapes. Like here, I use circles for the tires of the car, and up here for the stop sign and for the sun. Just parts of objects. Or you can cut out some shapes and just use those shapes to make an object. So use your imagination and see what you can make with different shapes that you cut out of different paper. The next activity I have for you is I have a part of a cereal box, and I want one of your adults, mom or dad, or maybe grandma lives in the house with you. I want them to help you with this because we're going to be using a scissors. And so I want you to be very, very careful. But I'm going to cut my box apart into pieces. So look, I cut it one time, and I have a square and I have a rectangle. I'm going to keep cutting. I'm going to cut this apart, the rectangle apart. And look what I have. I have 2 squares. Now I'm going to take this really big piece and I'm going to cut this apart. So I'm cutting my square, and I now have 2, let me get it here, 2 triangles. So after you cut all the pieces apart, then I want you to try to put it together. It's like a homemade puzzle. So I have some tape here, and I'm going to try to put my pieces together. Now you can cut it more than just 4, but I was just showing you just the 4 pieces. But you could cut these pieces apart and see if you can put the puzzle back together again. Let's see if we can get it back together here. Well, do you think that goes there? Oh, that doesn't match. Maybe it goes over here. Oh, it does. Look how these letters go together there. Okay, now I'll get the other side. Right there. That matches. And finally, the last piece. What do you think? Oh, silly me. That's not the right way. I got to put it this way. Very good. Now I have my puzzle together, and it looks just like it was at the very beginning. Now I do have another one here, and if you would like to, you can make some crazy, funky shapes and have your big parent or big person in your house cut it apart for you. And I'm just going to make some real funky pieces here. I'm not going to try to put this together, but I just want to show you that you can do other type of pieces to make it a little more exciting and a little bit harder too for you to do and try. So that's my other activity for shapes, different shapes. I hope you have fun doing that one. The last one that I have for you today is a long time ago, Miss Janice, I did a book of my own on shapes, and it's called Tricks of Lenny the Line and Friends. And I'm just going to read 1 or 2 pages or maybe 3 pages for you and show you how easy it is to make a book. And here we go. Here is Lenny the Line. He is straight as an arrow. Lenny has some tricks to do for you. First, he can curl. Now he looks like a snake. Next, Lenny can put his feet to his head. And what did Lenny make? Hopefully you said it was a circle. You would be right. Oops, I turned too many pages there. Sorry about that. Right, he made a circle. He looks like a ball. Well, here comes Lenny's friends, Lee and Linda, and they are straight too. Lenny and Lee and Linda can make there it is. What shape is that? Right, a triangle. And they look like a teepee. A teepee is like a tent that you might go camping in. Well, that's all the further I'm going to go in my story, but you can join me once we get back to the library, and I'll finish reading my story to you, the one that I made up. So try at home. You can try this too, to make a book of your very own. And all I did was made holes in the pages and then put it together with little pieces of yarn. I hope you have a wonderful time doing my activities in the next couple days, and I will say goodbye for now. Be safe, be healthy, and I hope to see you real soon at the library. Bye now.